Hey everyone, welcome back. We're moving into May now, and for many people, this is the time of year when your Social Security payment stops feeling like a new amount and just becomes part of the normal monthly routine. But even when the payment number stays the same, the experience around Social Security can still change in ways that catch people off guard. And right now, that's exactly what's happening. Some field offices have had temporary disruptions. More services are being pushed online or handled through phone systems. And there's still a bigger question in the background that many people keep asking: are benefits really keeping up with real-life costs? So today, I'm going to walk you through the May 2026 Social Security payment schedule, what to expect this month, and several important updates that could matter more than they first appear. And one of them has less to do with your check itself, and more to do with how easy or difficult it may be to get help when you need it. But first, I want to ask you something simple. Does your monthly check feel like it covers more than it did last year, or does it still feel like most of it disappears right away? Let me know in the comments. Even a short answer helps. May 2026 payment schedule. Let's start with the payment calendar, because this month has one small twist that could surprise some people. If you receive SSI, Supplemental Security Income, your May payment is scheduled for Friday, May 1st, 2026. That one arrives right on time this month. No shift backward. No calendar issue. Just the normal first of the month payment. Now here's where things get more interesting. If you started receiving Social Security before May 1997, or if you receive both Social Security and SSI, your payment normally arrives on the 3rd of the month. But in May 2026, the 3rd falls on a Sunday. Because of that, those payments should be sent on Friday, May 1st instead. So yes, for some people, both payments land right at the start of the month. And if that feels unusual, don't worry. That early timing is because of the calendar, not because anything is wrong. Regular Wednesday payment schedule for everyone else receiving retirement, survivor, or disability benefits based on birthday. Payments stay on the normal Wednesday schedule. Birthdays from the 1st through 10th. Wednesday, May 13th birthdays from the 11th through 20th. Wednesday, May 20th birthdays from the 21st through 31st. Wednesday, May 27th. Most people using direct deposit will usually see the money overnight or early that morning. But remember, not every bank processes deposits at the same speed. So if your money doesn't show up first thing in the morning, that does not automatically mean there's a problem. Sometimes it's just normal processing time. Why one day can matter? That timing issue matters more than people sometimes admit. When you're planning groceries, rent, utilities, prescriptions, or trying to avoid overdraft fees, even one day can make a real difference. So something small on paper, like a payment moving because the 3rd lands on a weekend, can matter a lot in real life. The 2026 COLA increase. Why it may not feel bigger by now, the 2.8% cost of living adjustment for 2026 is no longer new. Many people have had several months to feel it, or maybe not feel it. For many retired workers, that increase added around $56 per month on average. On paper, that sounds helpful. But real life is different. Housing costs remain high. Food prices are still elevated for many households. Insurance hasn't gotten cheaper. And healthcare continues to pressure budgets. So while the check amount may be higher, many people say their budget still feels tight. That's one reason frustration continues. The number changed, but everyday costs changed too. Why some people criticize the formula? Many advocates for seniors argue that the inflation formula used for Social Security doesn't fully reflect how retirees actually spend money. Retirees often spend more on medical care, housing, utilities, food, and those costs don't always rise the same way as the broader inflation index. So a COLA increase can look fair technically, but still feel small in real life. That gap is where a lot of frustration comes from. Office closures and service changes. Another major issue lately has less to do with payment amounts and more to do with getting help. Some field offices in states like California, Texas, Florida, and Pennsylvania have had temporary closures or limited operations. The agency says these are tied to things like maintenance, construction, crowd control, temporary disruptions, not permanent shutdowns. And that distinction matters. But even temporary disruptions can create stress if you need in-person help. Maybe you're not comfortable online. Maybe the phone system feels slow. Maybe you need help with paperwork, an appeal, or updating your records. Even short disruptions can feel like a big deal when you need assistance now. More services going digital. Social Security continues moving toward online tools, digital accounts, and automated systems. From the agency's point of view, the goal is to improve efficiency, reduce fraud, handle more volume, modernize old systems, and there is logic behind that. But many people ask a fair question: does modernization make things easier or harder? For some people, online systems are convenient. For others, especially seniors who prefer personal help, it can feel like the rules are changing mid-game. Stronger identity verification. There has also been more focus on fraud prevention and identity verification. That means more security steps in certain cases involving payment or account changes. The good side: better protection, fewer scams, safer records. The downside: more steps, more delays, more confusion. Sometimes safer can also feel slower. Fairness Act changes. One of the biggest recent changes has been the removal of the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and Government Pension Offset, GPO. Not everyone was affected, but for those who were, it was huge. These old rules had reduced benefits for some: teachers, police officers, firefighters, certain spouses, and widowers. Now many affected households have seen higher monthly benefits, retroactive payments for some families. This brought real relief after years of reduced benefits. Long-term funding concerns. Now let's talk about the issue that never fully goes away: long-term Social Security solvency. If lawmakers do nothing in coming years, trust fund shortfalls are projected in the early 2030s. That does not mean checks go to zero. It does not mean Social Security disappears overnight. But it could mean incoming payroll taxes cover only part of scheduled benefits. Some projections suggest cuts of around 20% to 25% if no changes are made. For someone receiving $2,000 a month, that could mean something closer to $1,500 or $1,600. And for many households, that would be a major blow. Working while receiving benefits. Another important 2026 trend: more people are working while collecting benefits. Sometimes by choice. Sometimes because they need the extra income. If that's you, remember, if you're under full retirement age, earnings limits still apply. In the year you reach full retirement age, the limit is higher. After full retirement age, there is no earnings limit. For many retirees, part-time work is helping bridge the gap between benefits and real expenses. What to keep in mind for May as we move through this month? Here are 5 things to remember. 1. Know your payment date, especially if you normally receive benefits on the 3rd. 2. SSI arrives May 1st and some Social Security payments shift there too. 3. Check before visiting an office. Online or phone options may save time. 4. Watch real spending power, not just the benefit amount. 5. Be careful with rumors. Changes happening in the system do not mean your check is disappearing. Scam reminder. One final reminder: if someone contacts you claiming to be from Social Security and demands money, gift cards, wire transfers, immediate action, that's a major red flag. Slow down. Don't panic. Verify through official channels. Final thoughts: if this helped give you a clearer picture of what to expect in May, make sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss the next monthly update. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.